Hello and welcome to this week's top tip for wellbeing from me, Ian Haken. This week's a nutrition tip. It's all about sugary drinks, which are the worst way we can consume sugars. There's not enough time for our brain to catch up with the signal as we consume the drinks, so we can consume an enormous amount of sugar, much more than we need, before our brains realise we've had the sugar hit. Which is really bad for our body generally. It's going to help. It causes us to get fatter. It's going to drastically increase our risk to type 2 diabetes and other things like heart disease, etc., etc. Interestingly, I watched a few years back a BBC Two Horizon documentary called Sugar versus Fat. So I want to give detail about the sugar versus fat. But one of the tests they did was they got two girls to sit side by side. One of them to consume orange juice from a cup, and one to eat whole oranges. Before I explain that, it's important to say that an orange juice, fruit juice, is almost as bad as Coke and other drinks. There are a few nutrients in there, but you're still getting a massive sugar hit, which is going to negate the nutritional value of the drink. So, yes, orange juice is slightly better than Coke, but better to eat a whole orange. And what they showed in this test was the girl that was eating whole oranges could eat about 4 or 5 before she was full. The girl that was drinking glasses of orange juice drank 4 or 5 glasses of orange juice, which each had 5 or 6 oranges worth of sugar in them. So she consumed in the same amount of time a massive amount of sugar compared to her friend who just consumed a small amount. Because as you're eating oranges, as you're eating whole fruit, although they are full of sugar, whole fruit is full of fructose, and fructose in its purest form is no different to sucrose and all the other sugars, but it's accompanied with an enormous amount of fibre that helps you consume it, helps you feel filled up, and helps control your insulin hit from it. So that was this week's tip. Really try and avoid those sugary drinks. Try and go for a healthier alternative like just water or milk. A lower fat milk, or an alternative to milk if you don't like dairy. Just try an alternative that's not full of sugar. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you again next week with next week's top tip. Thank you.